from Swimming Daily News here. Could you share with us why Sembawang West? And also we heard that this morning you met with Bodhisattva from PAP. Can you share with us how's that encounter?
Yes, we met with Ms. Paul and we had a very pleasant exchange. I don't know if she knew beforehand that we were coming to Sembawang West. But just to address this other question, we now want to embark on this northern strategy. Don't forget, SDP, this is not new to SDP. We've been here in the 2000s when we campaigned here, so it's in a way back to old stomping grounds, and we want to make sure that we continue to, and we announced this back in 2022, I think, that we were going to come back to Sembawang GRC, and now that Sembawang West has been carved out as an SMC, we find ourselves here. And I just want to make known for today that we will also be campaigning and running the elections and sending a team here to Sembawang GRC. And for now, and it's no secret that our chairman, Professor Tambaya, will be going to Bukit Panjang. But for the purposes of this morning, let's just confine it to this. And if you have any questions along those lines, we'll be more than happy to take them.
Hi. There are a couple of other NSP has also indicated that
yeah, we're always in touch with everybody and all our fellow opposition parties, and we'll certainly be discussing this whole matter with them, and we'll talk to them and work out the solution. But we won't see, or at least we hope not to see, if we want to fight it.
Dr. Chee comes from Juan here. I just want to ask what's your strategy and secondly, you mentioned just now about mitigating
you know, every time when you walk into the office, and I'm talking about the main one that's block 155, you know, you have the elderly folks sitting around. And you know, we've been there so often, say, you know, just warm, friendly faces. But this is where I say we build up that relationship. And I just cannot sometimes find it hard to get over this very blatant gerrymandering, as I mentioned a little while ago. But let's pivot to what we can do going forward. And coming here, as I said, you know, assuming that elections are called in May, we've got about 7-8 weeks, if that. What we're going to be doing is camped out here, and today, as I said, it's just the first taste of what residents here can expect. We'll be making sure that we blanket, and I think just across the street, that's Sembawang GRC. And you can well imagine the size of this estate, but we will be making sure that this GRC, this SMC, both of them come into place. And with the commitment and the passion that we see behind us, I think that's going to be very historic.
We will hear from the street times. Dr. Chee, earlier you mentioned that you won't abandon the battle. So what does that mean? Will it be a team to JE?
Anywhere we go, we carry with them, you know, their aspiration, their dreams of wanting to see the opposition in Parliament, to speak up for them on some of the issues that affect them on an everyday basis, on a daily basis. And most importantly, of course, is the cost of living. And they'll be very disappointed as well in terms of that their constituency has now become a GRC. But I say not forgetting about them is you cannot, unless I fall down, knock my head, and there's brain injury, but you always carry your hopes and dreams with us, as we do for this constituency, as we do for the entire Singapore. So this is where we're headed for. We're going to bring along them with us, and when we get into Parliament, they will be with us in Parliament.
Dr. Chee, you said today is just the first case. Do you think it'll be sort of an uphill challenge for me to...
Oh, everywhere we go. Everywhere we go is always an uphill challenge, because the rules never stay, right? All of a sudden in this general election we can do this, another general election we cannot do that. and then boundaries change. It's always an uphill battle, especially when you're faced with a ruling party that does not believe in democratic principle. Suka do this, suka do that, right? And this is what we're facing. But I keep coming back to this point. Okay? You're facing the Singapore Democratic Party. You know the spirit behind us. So they're in for a good fight this time.
But actually, Amania from the Independent, I just want to find out what are some groundwork initiatives you have to engage the residents in Sembawang?
Here, in fact, as I speak, tomorrow, the day after, we're going to be starting our house visits. Our objective is to knock on every door, especially in the SMC. We've done one round of flyering already. We'll probably do another one towards the end of April, and then with house visits. And again, starting this week, we're going down and not waiting for the election campaign to get down to the MRT station. Admiralty is not far from here, right? And we're going down there to do the flyering. You can imagine that everything that we've done in last 9 years in Bukit Batok, we have to squeeze it into 2 months.
Although we've been knocking on doors since 2022, when we first came out to Sembawang GRC, and I think Minister Ong Ye Kung is aware of that.
Very aware of it.
Yeah.
Minister Ong mentioned something about Sembawang was being part of the Sembawang family.
Yes, I think it's a wonderful idea. Because when we get Sembawang GRC, we'll run it Sembawang GRC with Sembawang West. So we welcome that. Yeah. We will get to that in a couple of weeks. I just want to make sure that we just take it one step at a time to announce the candidates. Anything else, everybody?
Heading from Sabah here, your visit to Sembawang West this morning, what are some common concerns we've heard and what's your first impression?
Oh, but today we started very early and we were just concentrating on fly drop. You know, on Sunday morning, just have a bit of pakai akal a bit. We're going to go and knock on doors and then wake everybody up Sunday morning. So let's just, and then we'll have sessions will come up. We will have house visits. And then we'll have our breakfast that we've been doing all this time. Get residents, let them know through social media, ask them to come and join us. Any questions, what they want us to raise, all these are their concerns, their aspirations. Bring it with us. Okay, guys.
Yeah, sorry. Would you be able to share your plans? I know you already mentioned Chee, but your plans for other constituencies. When might you be able to share them? Given that
yes, I think we're planning for something in the next 2 weeks. So by then we will have updates for you. Yes. Well, if you're talking about stretching from Bukit Panjang all the way to over here, right? That is where I think we'd like to concentrate our effort. Guys, I don't know about you, but I'm sweating, so confused. Thank you so much. Anything for Professor Tambaya as well?
Yeah, I'm Singam from Tamil Nadu. Then I can answer Professor Tambaya.
I'll fill in for you.
I would like to ask Professor Tambaya about your plan for Bukit Panjang,
Right.
and also about then how your push for Sembawang actually started, and how long you've been on the ground in Sembawang.
Yeah, so we've been active in Sembawang I think way back. In fact, my first ever taste of actual electoral politics was in 2011 when I spoke at the SDP rally in Sembawang. Nobody noticed. The next day I spoke at Bukit Panjang and I got no end of phone calls from various people. So we have been in Sembawang for a long time, and we had to leave in 2015 when Martin Lutfi was hived out from Sembawang. Then in 2022 we came back. And I still remember we did a National Day, was it National Day? National Day walkabout. We came to Sembawang, and that evening I was at a function. It was somewhere around that time, maybe that weekend. And Minister Ong Ye Kung was there, and my wife said, you should go and talk to him. Before I could do that, he came and shook my hand. He said, "You're all coming to Sembawang?" I said, "Yes, we are." And so I think it's not a secret since 2022 that the SDP has been coming to Sembawang. And interestingly enough, this time round with Sembawang West being carved out, this is an opportunity for us to try and recover what has happened, given that Bukit Batok was just taken away from us completely arbitrarily, so it seems. In terms of my plans for Bukit Panjang, we've been walking the ground. We've covered, if I'm not mistaken, 135 or 100 of the 150 blocks. Bukit Panjang, as you know, is the largest SMC in Singapore. We've had a number of community interactions. We've met with the residents. They've gotten to know us. Just like in the hawker center in Bukit Batok, we have this coffee shop in Bukit Panjang where they kind of expect us and they know where we're coming. They kind of know what drinks we're going to order as well. So I think Bukit Panjang will continue, and we are definitely looking forward to a good contest both in Sembawang GRC and especially in Sembawang West SMC.
I think for the record, we will hear contestant at
6.
Yeah. And then they start
Cutting out.
Just one more. So for Bukit SMC and Bukit Batok.
We will get to that.
Yeah, we're definitely exploring.
Well, thanks very much, everybody. Have a good Sunday. Enjoy yourself.
Thank you.